Good morning, Comets.
It's Friday, November 10th.
Next week is FBLA week.
Monday is Pajama Day. Everyone is encouraged to dress in theme. If you are an FBLA and dress in theme, make sure you stop by Mr. Godwin's room to get points and register for a gift.
To kick off the week, FBLA is sponsoring a food drive. Donations are welcome from anyone. FBLA members will be collecting by Ms. Godwin's room. Donations from FBLA members earn points towards their trip.
Comic Chronicles are being sold Tuesdays and Thursdays before school. It's $1 for one and $2 for a subscription.
Don't forget to order your Ho Ho Homecoming t-shirts. They are only $10. Order forms are in the office.
Seniors, the Project Graduation DVD Committee needs your photos for the video by Friday, December 15th.
Group and organization pictures are scheduled to be taken Wednesday, November 15th. Bring your t-shirts.
Ms. Mueller will be presenting a financial aid seminar on Tuesday, November 14th at 6.
The Fall Sports Banquet will be held on Sunday at 6 at the Westphalia Lions Club.
Winter sports pictures are scheduled for Wednesday, November 15th.
Veterans Day Assembly is today at 1.
Any student band or choir that is performing at the Veterans Day Assembly today that is in the second lunch shift will need to be dismissed at 12:13 so they can be in the first in the lunch line to eat. They need to be in the band room by 12:30.
In honor of our veterans, we will now play a special video created by some of our students who are in the Nichols Broadcasting Program.
I'm Brendan Barrelhorse reporting for Nichols Student News. North Korea's recent missile testing has created unrest with the U.S. and its allies in the region. Over 60 years ago, the U.S. was involved in a war between Democratic South Korea and Communist North Korea. In today's political climate, it seems more obvious than ever that a new conflict might occur. Continued testing of missiles by North Korea, tensions are rising with the U.S. and its allies in the region.
North Korea best not make any more threats to the United States. They will be met with fire and fury like the world has never seen.
NSN spoke with Karen Bushman, curator of the Westphalia Museum, for a brief history of the Korean War.
Although we signed a truce over 60 years ago, you can look at a lot of the things that are happening today that came back from that time. The United States got involved in the Korean conflict after North Korea invaded South Korea. North Korea is a communist country, had the backing of the Soviet Union, and we fought to help protect South Korea. And as a result, today, South Korea is a thriving democracy. Their economy is very strong, very a stark contrast from what you'll see in North Korea, where they have the people have suffered under decades of oppression and dictatorship.
Local Korean War veterans Clarence Meeber and Robert Holtman shared their experiences and opinions about the current situation.
We were stationed up there along 38 parallel, and the rifle company as well. They called it the MLR. That was the main line of resistance. Of course, then we had outposts and stuff ahead of there, and listening posts, and we patrolled every night. We had send patrols out because each side was trying to hold the high ground. The Chinese, it was the Chinese that we was up against, and they overrun an outpost. It was on it was Hill 38A, and they called it Siberia Hill. It was the code name of it. And we had 75% casualties the next day. Like today, you know, with the bomb and everything on both sides, it's probably a lot more dangerous yet than it was. If we don't stop him, it's not going to make no difference. When he feels it's right for him to throw the bomb at us, he's going to throw it. So we better confront him and let him know what you know, that we're not afraid of him.
Army veteran Robert Holtman also shared his experiences from the Korean War and his take on the current political tensions.
They had this Bedchick Charlie, which was a single biplane that North Korea had, and it would fly through the mountains. They couldn't detect it with radar, the South Korea or the United Nations forces, and it threw about 3 bombs over the side. It was a little biplane, and it came over the bridge one time, and I was, well, to get backing up, they had a big push up front, and South Korean Army didn't have the best trucks in the world. They had our junk, but they were hauling ammunition to the front, and it was blackout. You drove that bridge without lights, or that area without lights, and they were all jammed up. And there's ambulances coming from the north with the wounded, and they were trying to get them down, and it was just absolute chaos. And this Bedcheck Charlie, this plane, the sirens went off in Seoul, and this plane came up across the bridge, and I was in the middle of the bridge with a flashlight, and it went on up. It didn't drop its bombs. It went above and made a circle, came back over the bridge, didn't drop its bombs, and headed towards Seoul. And just as it got across past the bridge, it dropped its 3 bombs right on the edge of the water, right below us. This nut up north has the capacity to send an atomic weapon into Seoul, and he could destroy probably every human being in that country. North Korea itself wasn't that powerful then, but the last 60 years they've probably been building up. Their people are starving, and they've just been putting everything they have into the arsenal they have now. So it's rough, and they have no respect for human life. Anything could happen.
You can talk to anyone who fought in the Korean War or their families who waited for them to come home. They certainly never forgot that war.
Whether a new crisis with North Korea can be averted or is inevitable continues to be a concern for democratic governments and citizens around the world. It seems history is repeating itself, with a second war with North Korea possibly approaching. Only time will tell whether there will be another Korean War plaque here. I'm Brendan Bearhorse, along with photographers Max Minks, Daniel Hayden, reporting for Nickel Student News.
Good morning, Comets. It's the Daily Duo.
Our fun fact is about Kyle Hudspeth.
Did you know he hates cheese?
And will not eat folded chips.
Wow. And our pre-Saturday safety tip is stay away from Claire.
She's contagious. Run.
Cookie's not here today, so we will be presenting the lunch. For lunch today is pepperoni pizza or hamburger.
Roman salad mix.
And applesauce. And in the words of Cookie, lots and lots of applesauce. And milk.
Today's special guest is Lucas, Ben, and Kyle. Have a great day, Comets.
And be kind.